Hello again, everyone. I'm Tyler Pyburn of the Pulse Network, here with a conversation leading up to the 2012 NAB show and the great content shift that's really happening across the industry right now. We're talking with Bill Roberts of Adobe Systems. And Bill, you and I were just talking off camera a little bit. And I'm anxious to kind of pick your brain on this a little bit more. Talk about, in your mind, what are some of the most drastic changes that you've seen as far as technology is concerned?
Well, I think the biggest one has to be, IP-based consumption or device-based consumption. In the past, this industry has been able to manage the pace of change. There was always another piece that had to follow. Consumers had to buy a color television or an HD television, and that gave broadcasters and content distributors time to adapt to the new reality. But today, there's so many devices, they're so incredibly cheap that, content consumption is going on all these devices now. Now, the advertising pool is actually, fragmenting and going across these different devices. So it forces people to be reactionary to this shift in consumption. So that's a big change that, the broadcasters or content owners can't control. So it's very exciting times.
Now, one thing that's interesting about this is that kind of that target focus, because I think that's the thing, and niche focus, if you will, because when they are being distributed, it's opening doors for other content creators, but it's also creating and opening doors for some of the other brands that want to jump on board as well and, really target some of those in particular things. Talk about that a little bit more.
That's right. If you zoom back, you look at the fact that there's more content than ever being created and there's more content than ever being consumed. So the macro level conditions are good. But what's shifting is you either have to be very, very broad, think Olympics, think, blockbuster television program, something like House. Those can still draw big audiences for those 30-second spots, but new advertising opportunities are emerging as we start to bring together, we'll call them, globally disparate communities of common interest. So if you have a particular interest in a sport or an activity in the past, if there weren't enough people around the transmitter, those people could never be marketed to with video in the past. Today, with IP-based content and also the number of channels that are available via satellite and digital cable, you can start to monetize these communities and actually create more advertising opportunities. So it's exciting, as long as you're willing to jump into the technology, there's the opportunity to actually make more money.
Really great stuff. He is Bill Roberts. I could talk to him all day. I really could. He is Bill Roberts of Adobe Systems. I am Tyler Pyburn of the Pulse Network. Thank you guys again for being part of our conversation about the great content shift.